Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. My guest today is Henry Pieters. He's the owner of Stabilis and he's a chartered accountant. I'm going to leave it to him to say something more about himself in a minute. But thanks so much for making the time to be with us this morning. Henry, why don't you just introduce yourself to us, and then I'm going to jump in with some questions and then we'll get stuck into it.
Morning, Driekus. Yes, I'm from Stabilis, chartered accountant auditors in Louveld. I've been here for 21 years and yes, involved in business and community, everything. Thank you for the invitation.
Thanks, Henry. So we are going to look at the economy. There is, at the moment, because we are in a recession, there is a lot of bad news. But I think what we want to try and do today is just use the bad news as an introduction to the good news. Because there's a lot of good news, and we're going to share and unpack some of the bad news and the current state, an honest look at the economy at the moment. And then we will tell you what the good news is and what we can do as individuals to contribute. The bottom line, guys, is if we are responsible Christians and we want to be representative of the kingdom, we want to encourage you to contribute more than you take, to step up and be a leader in a time of adversity. So we're just going to have a brief review of the economy of a global economy, and then South Africa, and then more regional, closer to home. And I just want to ask you, Henry, what is your current take on the economy and the situation at the moment?
If you look at the global economy and the local South African economy is in a recession. I think what we saw, the worst recession in 100 years in South Africa, the world also, and now everything down, consumer trust indexes, everything is down. So the economy is in a very, very bad state in South Africa and globally at this stage.
What effect does the COVID have on the economy? It's obviously due in part, the recession is due in part from the COVID lockdown, but what contribution did that have to the recession?
Well, I think by far the biggest contribution, the world economy definitely, the only country who did very well during COVID is China, with a 22% growth. America at a 4% growth, and all other countries in the world is down. South Africa 20% down.
Yeah. I think what's interesting is the South African economy does not fall and rise with the rest of the world's economy. Does our local job losses and our inflation and things like our pointers that give us an indication of our economy, what does that look like at the moment?
Our inflation at this stage is 3.1%, South Africa. Job losses is huge. I think the world and America, who is the leading economy, has plans to address COVID, to get back into the economy. Our challenge is we will follow, we are in recession, but our recovery from this recession will, as per economists, much longer than the rest of the world because of all our debt, which we didn't have before COVID. We have it now, and we must start repaying in 3 years' time. And at this stage, we don't have any sources of income to repay.
What time frame are we looking at for our recovery? What amount of years will it take for South Africa to recover?
Well, hopefully we will recover. It sounds bad, but if you look at the world recessions, the last recession took America 6 years to recover. With a strong, good economy. The South African economy is not America's economy. And we, like I said, we don't have any, we have plans, but plans are not implemented. We have brilliant plans to grow the economy, but it's not implemented. And I think that's our big challenge.
Okay. And just before I go to the regional situation, what impact do you think the elections in America will have on South Africa's economy, or any?
Well, there are very different opinions. You have your pro and anti-Trump people. Trump did grow the American economy very well. What they say, Biden, if he wins, he will end the trade war with China, and that will be good for South Africa. But we're not sure how the American economy will react to that, whether it will be as strong as before. But looking at someone in Nelspruit, I don't think it will have any impact now. Yeah. What happened up there stays there. It will not change your life in Nelspruit.
That's great news, because I think at the moment it's still up in the air, and we're looking forward to seeing what the result is there. Just a little bit closer to home, what is your opinion about the Nelspruit and the regional economy? Is it positive? I think I heard a lot that agriculture is doing well, and the tourism is down, and the mining industry is up. So can we go a little bit into specifics in regards to that?
If you look at our local economy in Mpumalanga, in Nelspruit, Mbombela, from Godwana all the way down to Barberton, it is down because 70% of our economy is services driven, which was impacted very negatively by COVID. But the bounce back is very, very good. There are plenty businesses in and around Nelspruit to experience excellent growth. Our agri-industry is doing very well. Agri-processing is doing very well. Tourism is coming back. People want to go outdoors, want to camp all over. The tourism is a very quick turnaround. So I believe, although there are plenty of businesses who have serious financial problems and closed down, the opposite is also true. There are plenty of businesses who are doing better than they've done ever before.
So it seems fairly gloomy at the moment, but I think if we could use the bad news as a prelude to the good news, what is the good news in contrast to the bad news at the moment, Henry?
I think the good news is there are opportunities, and the difference is with yourself. You can make a difference. You must, like Brand Pretorius, the previous chairman of McCarthy, said, the triple A's, accept the world has changed, adapt, and attitude, change your attitude. If you're positive and you believe in what you're doing and your product, your business, your people, your community, you can make a difference, and you must make a difference in your community, in your school, in your family life. Go back to basic values, add value. That's the differentiating factor between successful businessmen and other businessmen.
And it's always a difficult question, but what can I as an individual do to contribute to my local economy?
One great initiative at this stage is the Buy Local, because the buying power stays in the Lowveld. I think it's crucial to support your local businesses, family businesses. That family generate income and is spent in the Lowveld.
Yes, that's fantastic. And I also think that with job losses and economy that's down, there's a lot of opportunity in the marketplace. There's a lot of opportunity for growth in this adverse time that we're facing. Which sectors do you think will be the most attractive or the most popular in terms of growing, coming back in, creating jobs, creating revenue? Where should we look to invest almost, or invest our time, invest our money?
Yeah. That's a question asked by plenty of people. What should I do? Where can we make money? And I think all sectors do have opportunities. Now, I see from our clients, you get those who are doing excellent and others not. Agri, definitely. Now, any agri-business or agri-related business is doing well. Tourism is doing well and picking up very fast. If you look at the Kruger National Park and areas around, they are fully booked at this stage. Camping, great opportunity. A guy told me yesterday the growth in camping, outdoors campus and agriculture is 30% in South Africa, and he's investing in that now.
Sure.
There are opportunities.
Yeah, I think me and my family will also invest in camping. I think that's fantastic just to know that there are opportunities, even though it looks like we are in a very bad recession. There's always hope, there's always something to look out for and look up to. When we are on the bottom, we can only look up. So, yeah, thank you so much for that insight, Henry. And just in conclusion, would you like to leave us with a final thought, Henry?
Thank you, Driekus. Yes, final thought. There are positives, there are opportunities. Count your blessings and make a difference. Don't expect someone else to look after you and to provide for you. You must go out to your community, to your schools, to your work, to your family, most of your church, and get involved and make a contribution. Make a difference. If you make a difference, if everybody try to make a difference, we can change the environment where we live, and we will live happily.
Thank you so much, Henry. And I just want to say, bless all of you and have a fantastic weekend. Thank you.